That's why I'm saying I don't feel pressure on fight night. I don't feel pressure when I make that walk. Someone asked me what it's like when I make that walk, what it's like when you walk out into that arena, and I swear on my life, when I walk out to that arena, I honestly feel like I'm shackling chains off. But when you're in it and you're there, when you've made it to the octagon, I feel free.
Fighting out of Dublin, Ireland, the one, the only, the notorious Conor McGregor! It's all over! Conor McGregor!
Conor McGregor, another first round win!
People are always saying about the talk, and I talk, and I talk, and I talk, but guess fucking what? I back it up!
Finish all over! History has been made!
I'd like to take this chance to apologise to absolutely nobody. The double champ does what the fuck he wants. But I dreamed into reality.
I wanted to read you a quote from 2013 that you said. I've lost my mind on this game, like Vincent van Gogh.
He dedicated his life to his art and lost his mind in the process. That's happened to me.
But fuck it. When that gold belt is around my waist and my mother has a big mansion, my girlfriend has a car for every day of the week, and my kids
have everything they ever want, then it will pay. Then I'm happy I lost my mind.
You know, it's been some ride. I've got it done, and I'm up here, mad as a brush. You know what I mean? It's been a wild ride for me. It's not been easy at times, but you know, what a life. And I tell you what, I wouldn't want it to be any other way.
For many times I was laughed at and not believed in, but you know what? Nothing external can defeat the internal. The only thing that can take someone down or break you down is internal. Nothing external is strong enough. It's just about making sure your internal dialogue and your internal belief in yourself is strong enough that it can withstand the external. Yes. The external is there. Yes. You've got to accept it. You've got to embrace it. You've got to understand it and be aware of it. But don't let it seep into your internal dialogue.
I feel to be at the pinnacle of any game, in any, whatever you do, you've got to be a little bit gone to it. You're not all there. You've got to be almost insane to your craft. Not a lot of people can understand that. That's why I don't know about nothing else. I do not pay attention to nothing else. There was games of football on yesterday, there was rugby, there was this, there was that. And like normal society is like, let's talk about this, and let's engage in this. And I can't do it. I just don't, people are talking to me, and in my head I'm counting something. I'm counting up a number, or I'm knee deep in a sequence on the mat or on the feet. That's my life, sequences and numbers, nothing else. I cannot pay attention to nothing else.
I don't want anything. You know, people say like, I want this, I want to do this, and I want to do that. But the vibe you're putting out is want. You're always gonna want. I always have the attitude that I have. I don't want anything. I have everything. That's the mindset of me. I have everything. I have everything. You know what I mean? It's more like an obsession now. Everything I do is something to do with this, you know? It's always in my head. I'm always thinking about it. I'm definitely obsessed with it.
See, it is right now I'm free. I don't mind. I have a key, yeah? I don't see this. Here we are, Friday fucking night.
Last man here.
Last man fucking here. Every single night you catch me here. I'm here all night. I can't shut this switch off. No matter what people say, you put me in a fucking room, people could throw bricks at me and call me every name under the sun. I'd still walk out there thinking I'm the Don one. You know what I mean? Thinking I'm the number one. And that's the way I just feel. I don't give a fuck about nothing else. You know what I mean? I remember during one lunch break, I was in the car park and it was pissing rain down, and there was some music playing, and it was like there wasn't even words to it. It was just a kind of a beat, and I got like I went somewhere with it, and I was like, I'm out of here. I'm gonna just drive out of this building site, head home, and pursue this dream of becoming a world champion in mixed martial arts. I was on them building sites, cold and damp, and I was like looking around at the fully qualified people on the site and their postures.
not right in there. You know, that was not me. You know, I knew I could do something better. I knew I had something in me. I just wasn't sure even what it was. Obviously I was training for the fight game, but no one in Ireland had made it in the fight game. The fight game, an Irish man in the UFC was literally, and I mean literally, laughed at. My mother and father said, "How come you're not still at work?" And I said, "I'm never going to go back to that site another day in my life." And then all hell broke loose. I was like, you know what, I don't want to do this. And then I just left, and then I just stopped going, didn't get out of bed. Then my dad would come in and try and bait me out of bed, and we'd have fights. And literally for a good while I never spoke. I didn't really speak to my dad. We just kind of stayed away from each other. Anytime I come across my dad, anytime we did speak was to fight. But
why did it get to that point, to where he was that mad?
Because I was doing absolutely nothing.
He was
I was out getting into
you.
trouble. Yeah, it basically felt like I was doing fuck all. I was a waster. You know what I mean? I was a waster. Got that, called that a lot. You know what I mean? But now, like, and then when I start getting that focus and realize, no, fuck, I'm gonna make this happen. And then now that has happened, I'm making it happen. I have a great relationship with my dad. Like, we talk all the time, and that alone spurs me on even more. So it's all just a perfect storm that's happening for me, and that is why I have this tunnel vision, and that is why I'm willing to kill every single man in my path to get that belt. You know what I mean? To secure the future, from my family's future. You know what I mean? That's what I'm doing it for. You have to outwork that fear, outwork that doubt. And that's what I done, you know. Anytime I was feeling like, anytime something was going wrong in my life, or anytime I felt down, I'd hit the gym, and that was that. And the gym would make me feel better, you know what I mean. So I kept hitting the gym, I kept going to the gym every day, and then it got me there, you know what I mean. Eventually, it just happened.
What has martial arts done for you?
Martial arts has given me a focus. You know, I don't know where I would be without martial arts in my life, you know. Anytime I've drifted away from training, or I don't know, I just seem to lose focus. But when I'm on and martial arts is my life, it just gives me dedication. You know what I mean? It gives me a drive, something that nothing else could do for me.
What scares you most?
I don't know. I don't really fear too much. I don't really fear anything, to be honest. I don't really think about things like that. You know? I love this life. It's important for me to remind myself that I love it. There's definitely days where I'm like, fuck all of this. I'm out of here. And maybe one day I will be out of here. And I won't say nothing to nobody. I'll be just gone somewhere. But I remind myself why I do it, what I do it for. And then I just re-energize myself to it. This is the life I've chose. This is the life I have built. This life is not for everyone. This life is not for everyone. It's for the insanely driven individual. And that's what I feel I am. I am insane to this game. What got me to where I am, and where I continue to go, and where I will continue to go, is an insane work ethic.
Yes.
And it's an insane work ethic that you can only put in that amount of work if you were doing something that you are passionate about. And that's what I have engaged my entire life's work in, things that I am passionate about. Yes. You cannot fully commit to something if you are not passionate about it. So you must look at your surroundings, at the things you are involved in, and ask yourself, are you truly passionate about these things? Do you truly want to put every ounce of your being into these things?
What do you want to be?
Here's another thing. What do you want to be? You know, I don't want to be anything. I am everything I want to be, and I'm already there. You know? Just believe in yourself and be cocky and be confident and be humble, train hard. That's it. Just believe in yourself.
Are you afraid with Aldo?
What?
Are you afraid with Aldo?
Afraid with Aldo? I fear no man. I've said this before. If you breathe oxygen, it's fair game. I will come and take you out. I don't fear nothing. I don't pay attention to what people say. I do not give a shit what people say. I say what I'm going to do. I'm here to fight. I'm here to take out the entire division. I said to you, Ariel, many, many times, one by one, I will get every single one of them. I've always been fascinated by movement, and You know, I always look at people that can move in unusual ways and have complete control of their frame. I don't see them as people that just have control of their body and control of their frame, but they have control of their mind.
I'm always trying to learn, no matter what. I don't care what your style is or whatever. I'm always trying to take something from everyone, whether you're a day one beginner or whatever you are. You know what I mean? I think like the day you stop trying to learn is the day you're getting ready to lose. You know what I mean?
In order to be successful at this game, it needs to be 24/7. I need to be living in this gym, and that's since this new facility, SBG Concord, has opened up. The setup now is I come here at 1, 2 o'clock in the day, and I'm here till 10 o'clock at night. There's no outside distraction. There's no nothing. People can say it's barbaric and martial arts is barbaric, or this game is too much. You know what I mean? It's two men beating each other or whatever. The martial arts life will give you a discipline, will give you dedication, will give you a drive that you won't get nowhere else. So whatever these kids that come in at that size with their parents, whatever they decide to do, whether they decide to conquer the martial arts world, the fighting game, or whether they want to go and conquer the business world, whatever they decide to do, training for combat sport, training martial arts will give them that confidence to go and excel in anything. So people can criticize about it all they want, but the results speak for themselves.
Was the game plan to stand up with Marcus?
I didn't really have a game plan. Just wherever I went, you know, I just come in and let the fight happen naturally. Whatever happens, happens, you know what I mean? Wherever the fight takes place, that's where it takes place. I don't plan
If you start dwelling on what the other guy is going to do and messes with your head, you know what I mean? So I'm just going to what I'm going to do, and I'm going to go out and have fun and embrace every bit of it, because no matter what happens, no one can take these away from me, you know what I mean? No one, people can say shit, they don't say stuff about me or whatever, no one can take these away from me, you know, this away from me, so I just like to embrace every bit of it, you know what I mean? So
everyone from the media to the fighters wrote me off this one. So they tried to say if I lose this one, I'm done. They all doubt me. Every one of you doubt me. Woo, doubt me now. It certainly lit a fire under my belly. Every single person doubted me. Every single fighter doubted me. Doubt me now.
Oh, my sister, when I was a young kid at around 15 years of age, unsure where I was going, came to me with a book, The Secret, and preaching the law of attraction. Yep. And then it started to resonate with me, like to keep positive and have belief in where you're going. And you're able to, you can almost visually create your entire world. No, not almost, you actually can.
Yes.
You can. And then I was like, I'm going to do that, and I will do that.
It's been crazy. The spotlight is on, the Irish public are watching, but it's what we planned, it's what we prepared. I knew I was going to be the person to bring martial arts to the public eye. And now it's happening. You know what I mean? There's two things I've learned from these past 7 months. Number one is that hard work pays off. And number two is that dreams come true. I knew what was going to happen. I knew I was going to get here. They didn't. There's a lot of stressful years. You know what I mean? A lot of tough times. But I proved them wrong. I proved myself right.
To do that, you have to battle with this. This is the law of attraction. I mean, you have to, in the struggle, you know, when things are going good and you visualize these good things happening, you visualize more good things happening, that's easy. What's not easy to do is when things are going bad and you're visualizing the good stuff. And that was what I was able to do. I was able to, you know, even though I was having these troubles at home, and even though I had no job, no security, you know what I mean, or whatever, didn't know what I was doing. If it didn't happen, it didn't happen, but I still was able to feel like it was. I still was able to go into a different, just like use my imagination, like a kid would use his imagination. I'm visualizing good things in times of struggle. And that, when you can do that, I think that really makes that law of attraction work. I think it really attracts to you more, you know what I mean, because that is harder to do when you're in the struggle to visualize these things.
I'm over it now. I'm not going to stare at it. You stare at your past and you'll end up staying there. It's okay to look back and admire it, but you carry on. I'm not in the business of staring back at it. You know what I mean? And getting lost back there. People say a loss can make or break a fighter, but trust me, a win can also make or break a fighter, because they get comfortable with a win. People can get comfortable with a win, and slack off then. Slack off on the training, slack off on the diet. They've won one. They're winners now.
That's not me, you know. You sleep on a win and you'll wake up with a loss. So I just carry on. It's in my head 24/7. There's nothing else I can think. I don't think about nothing else. And that's it. I'm just curiously fascinated with it, and I can't stop thinking about it. Everything I do in my life is related to this. I don't do nothing else if it's not got to do with fighting. You know what I mean? And that is why. You know what I mean? To be truly good at something, all you've got to do is show up.
Is that not unhealthy?
I don't know. Do I look unhealthy? Take a look at this physique. I'm in phenomenal shape, in body and mind. To me, what's unhealthy is living an unhealthy life. To me, what's unhealthy is getting up and going through the same day every day of your life, 9 to 5, in an office or in a, you know what I mean? That's unhealthy. That beats your mind. I don't work. I love what I do, and that's why I'm doing what I love. You know what I mean? That's why it's become a career for me, because I love it. I love what I do. So I don't think it's unhealthy. I feel good in my mind. You know what I mean? It's my life.
Because I'm always there. My mind is always on this. It never shuts off. I can never stop thinking about this game. And I'm sure you, with your film and things, you always see. You would look at something and think of a shot or a scene. You know what I'm saying? I'd look at a movement and think of another movement. You know what I mean? That's what my mind is always on it. And to get to the level that you need to get to the pinnacle, it needs to be like that. It needs to be no outsiders. It needs to be, you need to have your team and your focus, and that's it. I don't need friends that aren't involved in this game, or that aren't on the same path. You know what I mean? Because it doesn't make sense.
Reinforce the dream. You know what I mean? Let it say, we can do it. Let's do it. This is what you need to do. We need to show up here. We need to put in more hours than everybody. It needs to be every single second of your life. There cannot be no outside. If you ever get to a stage where you're looking at something and saying, nah, that doesn't work. That's my way is better. That's the wrong way of thinking. You want to learn absolutely everything. You want to absorb everything, and you want to be perfect. You know, you're looking for perfection, and you're looking to be able to move every way. And I mean, that's what I'm looking for, anyway. I don't really have one set thing that inspires me. I try and take inspiration from everything. From people just going out there and putting themselves out there, trying to chase something down, whatever it is. It could be martial arts. It could be anything. This guy chasing a college degree. You know what I mean? I'm inspired by everything. Someone chasing their dreams is what inspires me.
No matter what was going on, some deep situations, I always had the belief that I was going to get here. I was going to get to the UFC. I was going to get, because I just knew I was different. I know I'm different than these people.
You know, if you have a clear picture in your head of something is going to happen, and a clear belief in that it will happen no matter what, then nothing can stop it. You know what I mean? It is destined to happen.
Can you describe the emotions after a loss like that?
You know, it stings real bad, but this is the fight business. I've been on the end of many defeats in my life, and I've rose back, so I will not shy away from it. I will not make excuses for it. I will assess it and come back.
And I am blessed, truly blessed by something. I am not sure what it is, but I am blessed that I was able to find my passion, the fight game.
Conor, you've been dreaming about this moment. You've been talking about this moment. Honestly, though, does it feel the way you thought it would?
Yeah, it does. It feels beautiful. I dreamt this so much, so clearly, so precisely, and so frequently that it has manifested itself into reality. And that's what I am feeling right now. It's a dream come true.
I was asking you on Thursday about his right hand.
Yeah.
Can I tell you what you told me?
I said his right hand would get him into trouble. It's the shot I predicted. I said he'd overload on his right hand. I said I'd slip. I said I'd bang the left hook, and that's what happened.
How do you do that? How do you predict this?
If you can see it here, and you have the courage enough to speak it, it will happen. So I see these shots, I see these sequences, and I don't shy away from them. A lot of times people believe in certain things, but they keep to themselves. They don't put it out there. If you truly believe in it, if you become vocal with it, you are creating that law of attraction, and it will become reality.
Conor, in February of 2013, we spoke for the first time. You didn't have a car, you didn't have a pot to piss in. All you had were blueberries. Now here you are with the undisputed gold. Enjoy it, my friend. You deserve it. You called it.
Yeah, from nothing to something
do everything.